Hidden Object Guru here with a guide for the Trigger Happy trophy in Hero Defense. This one is not that complicated. There's only one really big problem with completing it, which is the game never tells you how to do early calls, and this is a trophy for doing 100% early calls. When I first started the game, I thought, early calls, okay, I mean, I'm used to that in other tower defense games. It's when you make a wave happen before it's supposed to jump in. Now, I couldn't tell exactly how to do that in the game because it doesn't come up in the tutorial. And when you pause the game and go into wave mode, there's no button to tell you what to do. So it's a pretty big problem. Turns out what you do is, you pause the game, you click the left thumbstick to go into wave mode, you move the selector over to the guy you want to call, and then you press square. That's on a PS4 controller. I have to assume that it's X on a PC controller, although I can't say for sure. I have not played the game on PC. I said PC controller instead of Xbox 360 controller, but that's not important. Hopefully you knew what I meant. So once you've done the early call, enemies will pop in. They shouldn't be hard for you to manage. It's just a question of getting the enemy wave down to one guy with relatively little health, and then calling in the next wave over and over again until you've won the game. You should have high enough level characters that the game's first level, shouldn't be much of a challenge on Insanity. I actually wanted to do this originally on the chairlift level because it's so easy to do on Insane. It's the best place in the entire game to farm experience and gold. But unfortunately, for one reason or another, I don't know if this is intentional or a glitch, I was unable to do early calls on any boss waves on the chairlift level. And this first level has just one boss right at the end of the level. So you don't have to worry about a bunch of early calls on bosses. You just have to do one early call right at the end and it works fine. If you're finding yourself getting overwhelmed in early levels, don't be afraid to use a mob. That's what they're there for. You've also, as you can see, I use some spells. But the key part is just knowing how to do early calls, which is pause the game, go into wave mode, move to the guy you want to do an early call on, and press square or X, the left face button. So I'm going to let the rest of this level play out so you can see that my system worked fine and I did in fact get the trophy. But the key thing to remember is don't fast forward when you're trying to get this trophy, because it's all about micromanaging and making sure that the wave you're currently on is weak before you call in the next wave. And if you fast forward, it's way too easy to accidentally kill the last guy and wind up having to restart the whole level because you didn't do an early call.
I'll get it done. my chance.
Let me handle this. Leave it to me.
Finally. This is my chance.
It's time. I got this.
begins again.
Are you sure?
Eliza, I'll find you.
This is my chance.
I'll get it done. Show me what you've got. Bring it on.